I can't believe Sly Cooper, it's him. He's back. He's in here. I can't believe it. Um... Hey, what's up? Oh, wait, I want to go back into the hashtag small stream community. So I am a small streamer and trying to make some views in this trying times. This is the wrong way. Um... Yeah. Welcome, yeah, we're back with Sly 2. Um, sorry I didn't stream yesterday. But... Yeah, I'm sorry it took this long. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I said I was gonna do that. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here now. And we're gonna get this game done. We're gonna get to Sly 3 and get that done, and we take a break from the PlayStation platformer side of things for a bit. Play some other games. But yeah. Um, okay, that fixed it. I don't know what the fuck was that. Alright, so, yeah. Last time we were here, we were breaking Bentley and Murray and Sly out of
The
jail.
Contessa, having escaped us into prison, is now hiding out in her castle estate. It's a well-fortified Gothic nightmare that would make any thief run in terror. Terrible or not, that's where we're headed. To sweeten the deal, we've learned that the Contessa, who until recently was a secret member of the Claw Gang, is in possession of the Clockwork Eyes. The Thieves Raccoonist describes the eyes stopping opponents dead in their tracks, transfixed in their gaze. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what an accomplished hypnotist could do with such powerful artifacts. News of the Contessa's corruption has spread to Interpol. Constable Neela, being closest to the case, was granted a cash allowance to hire an army of local mercenaries. It looks like we're walking into a full-scale war. But we have to act now, before things go from bad to worse.
So yeah, we get back to the usual, just complete a chapter, it'd be good for the stream, and these take, like, long anyway, so, you know. Well, good. Well, good. Well, good. I've been really wanting the Steam Deck. What a big surprise. How much I've been always talking about. How much I always like to talk about new tech like this, and this is something that I'm like, I definitely want this. Because I like that I have a good PC library. A paraglider, let's go. And that thing is running games pretty well. Just heard Destiny 2 might not be supported at all, which pisses me off because fuck you, Bungie, with that. You see, it's gained some traction, come on.
Looks pleasant enough.
stay clear of tanks. You know, so
Alright,
they
so
don't
yeah,
get blown
tanks.
up into little sticky
The
pieces.
Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Wii U game is now here. But yeah, now there's a lot of tanks. I'll say, what the fuck is going on? Okay, yeah. Making sure it seems in sync. Yeah, it looks in sync. Sometimes it doesn't look in sync sometimes, and it's like, what are you doing, OBS?
Neela's made a headquarters out of that old bank. It's a pretty secure location. It'll take some doing to drive her out.
What? There we go. Now, while we add it, get all the bottles! I'm not here. Bye. Two shots. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
The Contessa has these boats out on patrol against Nayla's army. They could be useful to hitch a ride. Oh yeah, the Steam Deck. Man, I want it.
So many smart decisions they made to help with keeping performance really good and battery life high. Makes me wanna actually crank through my Steam library whenever I get through games I haven't beaten before. I have on Steam Deck. The game's already beaten. Like, I would definitely play God of War 2018 after beating it finally recently. Again on the Steam Deck. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It really is. It's just like a lot of stuff I've been hearing is really sweet and really cool stuff from it. But yeah, it's still unfinished from a lot of people saying, and that's, I feel like Valve is gonna really work on it. Yeah. I want one. I don't have the money for it. Don't have a job right now, and it's been paying, so I need to try to do some job searching. It came out nothing, but it's been, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Valve did release the tech demo for it, which you could also play on PC, on your just regular ass PC. So you don't need a Steam Deck to even play it. Which they actually do, you make it like, oh yeah, like, you won't have some controls there. Well, you do, like you do on the thing itself, like on the in-game, it'll show you the in-game controls, but like you won't see them, you won't get a tutorial for them because you don't have the controller, you don't have the Steam Deck for it. And I was playing, I played with the Steam controller, and I expected to have like, I was expecting it to be like, maybe like, what's it called? Maybe the trackpads at least. So, the Steam controller has the trackpads. No. No. Whatever with that. I can't wait to, one thing I will definitely try with the Steam Deck is that I will try the Steam controller when playing in TV. That's what I use for my PC games, and a lot of games have been getting the support. Like, a lot of the Valve stuff is actually now has the Steam input finally. Like games like Half-Life 2 and all the episodes, along with Portal 1, now finally has Steam Deck Steam input bindings finally. So my Steam controller works fine with it now. Works really well with it. Like, it worked well with just the keyboard and mouse bindings. Cool game. The Steam, the control. Okay, cool. Like, I did not say okay Google phone. Oh my god. But what's it called? Why is it not working? Like Half-Life 2 and all its episodes, along with Portal 1, worked well with the Steam controller without the official bindings. You know, you just use keyboard and mouse. But now that now it has its own bindings, finally, you could actually, and it actually has the in-game controls for once, and it actually, and it acts like a, you know, acts like a has a gamepad. What the fuck is going on? Hello, game. But yeah, it acts like a game, like it has a gamepad now. What is going on? Hello, game. Okay, now this one. Okay, good. What a weird thing. But yeah, now that, and they did that for the Steam Deck, and that's great. So it benefits me as well, because we have official bindings, and it doesn't look awkward anymore to play with the Steam controller having these keyboard and mouse bindings only. So yeah. So yeah, but they, you know, they're doing so much with the Steam Deck with their stuff, and it's great to see. And I hope more games that have the like Destiny 2 will ban you if you try to play it. I hope they change their mind and actually put it on the Steam Deck, because Apex Legends, as of today, now they updated it where you can actually play on the Steam Deck online, which is great. That's the only problem with the Steam Deck is, you know, there's going to be some games that have DRM that will, you know, stop you from playing, or they will let you not play, but they'll let you log in, but then you get banned because of it. And it's kind of like, hey guys, come on, you can like stop. People are gonna get good amount of people are gonna get this thing. It's not gonna sell a lot of units, but who cares? This is for people who really want this, and like me, I want it. Give those people what they want. That's why I've been really like happy. That's why I'm like very Valve like fan lately. Well, oh, I've been always a Valve fan, but now it's even more of a thing where, you know, I'm definitely switching to Linux because Valve made it such a more usable thing for games. And so like seeing what they can do, seeing what they've been doing with a lot more Linux stuff and all that, and this the Steam Deck being a Linux-based thing, you know, I'm definitely want this. I'm definitely gonna, and I'll definitely use it a lot. I have a lot of Steam games that I want to go through. Like I want to go through maybe Rise of the Tomb Raider and maybe play it off in there. Who knows? But yeah, that's one of the things, you know, one of the games I'm thinking about playing recently on my laptop. On my you know, but my laptop is kind of okay now. You know, it's mostly there to stream at this point. But I have played been playing some games. Like I started 14 again. The reasons I stopped playing before. I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, but I got back. I'm played a bit of it today again, like today for the first time in like forever, and it's fun. It's a good game, it really is. And you can play it on the Steam Deck, by the way. And I wish I can transfer my trial to Steam instead of just using the launcher, but it's gonna give me a launch anyway, so I said fuck it. Because if I could get Linux, then I could just do it off Steam. So it's on there.
That's the blimp the
doing that.
Contessa used to escape from the prison. Maybe we could use it to our advantage around all these high towers.
But yeah, I want the Steam Deck. I want it now. I want it. I just want to play Steam. I want to play my Steam games anywhere I go. Now, it won't be a Gary's Mod machine. I won't go that crazy, because I have a good amount of, you know, add-ons for Gary's Mod, along with also a couple of games to install. May have a lot of the game modes work on Gary's Mod. So, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. Games like, you know, if I want to replay Batman, if I ever get Batman again, I'll, like the Batman Arkham games, I could maybe try to play on there. When I want to play Rise of the Tomb Raider finally, I can play on there. Like, those games. And I'm keeping it SteamOS, because SteamOS is the only thing that matters on that system, in my opinion. People trying to be like, yeah, I want to install Windows, because all this work Valve, you know, is doing is way pointless. It's like, no, it's not. Why would you want to why would you want to install Windows where Valve has a custom tuned operating system to work with all the hardware? Oh, okay, does that, and you're just gonna waste all that just to be like, yeah, I like Windows. I want to play on my Windows game, my PC games. Like, they're gonna work at some, they're gonna work well at some point. They're gonna slowly update a lot of the library. No, wait, fuck. Fuck, I'm an idiot. I wanted to take his shit. I'll take your shit. But yeah, that's my take on the whole thing. A lot of people just want to install Windows because they want the 100% compatibility, but when Steam Deck kind of getting that along. I definitely want to make it a console as well. Like, that's gonna be my console for a bit. Replacing the Switch maybe even, it's, you know, not gonna end well with a lot of people. I already seen takes on it. And I already seen, you know, the thing is, the stick drift is already a thing, but I feel like that's more of a defect from the factory, because it's only 2 people I saw. It might be more, but I feel like it's just a defect from the factory maybe. It's like, yeah, it might not drift. Valve's like, yeah, it might not drift, but like, I don't think it's that. I think a lot of people taking it out of context. I feel like they did say, like, I haven't read the article since it released, but like, it's like, oh yeah, they're like, the headline's like, yeah, we fully believe that, you know, the sticks won't drift. And I feel like that's kind of,
Just our luck.
it kind of,
Okay, Sly.
that kind of just, feel like they just take that one thing and just,
Head up to the
whatever,
education
you know.
tower. I suspect that's where we'll find the Clockwork Eyes.
And everyone just take that out of context and be like, yeah, that's what they said, so, you know, they're fucking idiots. But no, I feel like that's kind of them being like, yeah, you know. We made sure, but yeah. Well, a lot of people who had the units already didn't have drift, so it must be must be some factory defects. So hopefully the people who had them got drift might, you know, get theirs repaired and a better, more non-defect sticks. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna join a call. I want to see if we join because talking. Yeah. All right, Big Ape. That's my new nickname on Discord on my private server because there's a character in the Super Nintendo game a friend played that had one of the best faces. Just gonna go here, wait to see if anyone joins. If not, I don't know what people do on Tuesday, so you know. Hope Sony talks about more of the PlayStation VR 2. Oh, so the funniest thing happened. Nvidia the Nvidia leak happened, recently. And it talks about a Switch 2, a Switch Pro. So it's happening. It really is happening. And Nintendo's gotta be pissed at that point, saying like, at this point, like, what the fuck? And it's like like an official thing too. It's like from the leak itself, so it's not like, oh yeah, so I heard Nintendo from my uncle might, make a new system. No, this is real. And Nintendo talked about, having a new, you know, talked about the new system a lot. They even had a recent thing for investors. They had next system 20XX. It's like, okay, so I don't know how far this next system is. Oof. Okay, that worked. I don't care. But yeah, it's at that point where it's like, okay, well, Nintendo kind of can't lie about this. Like, it's out there now, and they can't really say, like, oh, no, it's a lie, well, it's false.
Well,
I gotta go find a fucking fox.
Oh, no.
hello.
Hello, Nicholas.
Get out. Sorry.
Hmm?
So, it's fight or flight. Fight or flight.
It's okay. I get that reaction a lot.
No, I was talking to Ross, don't worry.
Oh. Oh.
Can't believe
Fair.
someone sounds so disappointed about that.
It's so disappointed that someone wasn't upset to see me.
What was I saying before you guys come and talked? Oh, pretty much with I was talking about the Nvidia leak with Nintendo's the thing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's about what I would expect a next generation Switch
Yeah.
could theoretically look like.
But at this point, like, Nintendo came and say, like, it's false, guys.
Well, they say that for everything.
Yeah, they said that with the Bloomberg thing, and I'm like,
Nintendo's supposed to come out and say it's false regardless of what it is.
But it's kind of like, it's out in the open, at this point.
Yeah,
And you can't really change that.
pretty much. I'd say end of this year, they'll like middle of this year they'll announce it. Either end of this year they'll like
They
So
give
it'll
it,
be on sale.
they would drop a code name.
yeah.
I'll say that.
I just shot a fire arrow at a duck.
I can't believe that. But yeah, I'll say they mostly would maybe give us the code name.
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder what it'll be this time.
The Nintendo Mario 2.
Whoa.
They put Mario's name on it this time.
Mm. The Nintendo Funny Boy.
Finally. Nintendo's funny. The Nintendo Switch Online, the console. The Nintendo Cloud Gaming.
Nintendo Gaming.
I mean, the Nintendo Cloud system is basically just what the third-party Switch is.
These days. Sometimes we get stuff running natively, but you're lucky.
I'm not lucky at all.
I will say mostly games from 2015 to 2030, like early 8th gen games, I'll say we can get it. Maybe running natively. Maybe.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Like which
Well, let's see. If they're shooting for a if we're going to assume they're going to shoot for a 2023 release date,
honestly, I don't know about that. Because I feel like
What do you
with
think? Even later?
I think 2014, because Mario Kart, I don't think Mario Kart 8 being like in 2013 is them saying, is pretty much them saying like we're not gonna have the console by 2023.
they
Maybe.
could still release it at some point in 2023, I think. Especially if the system will have backwards compatibility, which it very likely should.
If it's a Switch
Frankly.
2, it most likely will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a newer version of their API, so I would assume it's a similar
Simba could probably run the same stuff, just better.
a similar system.
Could you imagine if if it did run shit better and we got Mario Kart 8 at 120 frames? That'd be so funny, but it'll never happen.
It is really funny to me that in that report, the like.
I don't see Nintendo ever being quick to adopt 120 frames.
Yeah.
It is really funny to me in the thing that got leaked about them saying like, yeah, you know, turning's good, but ample's what we really want now. And it's like, Nintendo wanted that? Really?
They finally realize, wait, technology good?
How big can we make Mario with this graphics card?
How many polygons can he have this time?
How detailed will his nipple be in this game?
Oh no.
Yeah, this is funny to me. Then the DLSS, thank for God, Nintendo's like, yep, we want that.
I mean, it's smart because Nvidia's DLSS is probably the best one that exists at the moment. But it's more. Well, there are other upscaling techniques, but they are not as effective as DLSS because DLSS tends to use specific Nvidia hardware built into the cores of their GPUs.
The tensor cores. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more effective than some of the other in-software versions that we're seeing. And I think if we're just shooting for a console where the goal is just to hit 1080p, and then kind of like upscaling to 4K is handled more so at a hardware level, and I think that could be a really smart solution for the future.
Yeah. It's just a shame, but by the time we get to the next gen, everyone will be on 8K.
I don't think we're exactly going to be at Steam Deck power. But theoretically, it could be possible if it's next year.
Well, the Steam Deck really varies a lot as well, because for some games it's not perfect, you know. It plays 720/30 for a lot of things, but that's fine depending on who you ask, you know.
It's fine for the playing on handheld.
Yeah.
It is, but it can also be a massive power guzzle if in the wrong situations.
Yeah, if you.
Yeah.
That's why.
And Nintendo's definitely not going to release a system like that. I mean, granted, the first iteration of Nintendo's handheld systems always has shitty battery life every time. I guess the Game Boy Advance and DS. I don't know. I never used the original DS.
What are you
I don't know
talking
about
about? The
that thing.
Game Boy, the original Game Boy, lasted 5 years without ever
The
changing the
door's locked
battery.
from the inside. Try working your way around to the tower's window.
5 hours. Okay, the glowy eye.
It really is funny that all they did to change, like, make the battery better on the Switch was just change the die size of the SoC.
Yeah, compared to a device like the Steam Deck, Nintendo would definitely more so prioritize stability in energy efficiency rather than power for a device like that.
Well, Valve, what they're trying to do that. They were doing that too. That's why they said like they are focusing on 30 FPS, so the battery life isn't too bad, like awful. Like you're still gonna get 2 hours, but that's still better than
Right.
just a 1 hour and that's it.
Yeah, Nintendo also there's a lot of incentive for Nintendo to also produce 60 FPS games in both variations.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of their
Like
platformers have to be at 60 at this point.
like
Like,
the thing is
And
like
their games wouldn't be as fine tunable as something you would find on the Steam Deck. They would be more so like set up for the specific by the developers.
well I feel like it kind of is on this from what I've seen. Like it feels like the developers they did get dev kits for the Steam Deck. And they did fine tune it in a lot of areas. But most of the time,
Right.
developers are like, it just ran like default.
it just worked
it just worked.
automatically.
So
It's just default Fortnite dance.
it just default, the settings. And I feel like
Yeah.
Steam's gonna get like Valve maybe has APIs to tell the game like this is on the Steam Deck now. So lower
Yeah, so run
these
at
settings,
these settings.
run these settings at
Yeah.
this frame rate, and you can do go up higher if you want to, but again, if you do that, you're gonna lose a lot of battery life.
Right. This is your brain. This is your brain on Steam Deck.
That's my brain. That's my brain.
Hmm.
It is, but you can get 60 on the Steam Deck, especially older titles like Burnout
Oh
Paradise.
yeah. If I had a Steam Deck, I would mostly be using it to play like PS3 360 games
Oh
in
yeah.
handheld.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be fucking.
In which case, it's probably a fucking. In which case, it's a great system.
From what I heard, like Burnout Paradise City, remastered, you get 6 hours of battery life at max settings. So yeah.
Pretty good.
But I will also use it for modern games because I want to play Elden Ring on the go.
That's one of my, yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do is nowadays with our current GPU power is just to play like Xbox 360 and PS3 titles
Yeah, you
that
couldn't.
you could just run at like ridiculous frame rates
Yeah,
on my computer.
Yeah, you couldn't do that as a kid, so now you could do it now.
The Xbox 360 and PS3 were not exactly known for their revolutionary frame rates.
Oh hell no.
In fact, we were lucky if the games kept 30.
Oh, there it is, the last clue bottle. Then we can do story. Oh. But yeah. I feel like Nintendo's gonna be very smart with its decisions. It's
I would hope so.
I'm just gonna be happy that we're finally out of the Switch being this less powerful, less powerful than not run.
The DLSS didn't really surprise me. The mention of ray tracing more so caught me off guard.
Yeah.
They want them I feel like they don't want it. They want it more for the lighting, maybe, not like the reflections and all that.
They'll use it for Mario Odyssey 2, and that's it.
They use it for Mario. They upscale Mario's ugly face.
Mustache.
Yeah, they're gonna give it more hair texture.
Ray tracing is a really cool and new addition to rendering, but it does not necessarily make sense in every game given the art direction.
Not a lot of games need it, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the PS4 games that use it, like, I mean, a lot of them are cool, but a lot of them also feel like they're just like placed in there because it's a shiny new thing. We gotta show it off. And there are some cases where I feel like games would actually benefit without them.
Like Control.
It just depends on
the
the art
Ray
direction.
Trace advertisement.
I mean, there's the interesting thing about the current generation is that the power is very cleanly split between CPU and GPU ability. So, like, developers have a wide range to choose between, like, extreme performances or
Bentley,
like
there's
graphical
more than just the
spectacle,
clockwork eyes up
Mhm.
here.
and there's just going to be a lot of variety in terms of what developers are going to go after or try to achieve.
Of course you are. I've read
That's
your
one thing I would
psychological
say
Believe
profile.
about
things.
Nintendo really has of the
Then
ace, like
why
the
are you doing this to me?
FSR,
Because,
which is
dear,
AMD's
you're
solution for
You
upscaling.
see,
You
by
know, that's
chasing after
great
Sly
for like,
Cooper,
you know, older
you learn too
GPUs and
much
maybe
about
some
the
new
claw
ones,
gun
but
and its spicy
DLSS
combination.
is
It was only a
really,
matter of time before
really
you
It's
good.
figured
It,
out that
it's
I was
really
the
really
secret
good. It's
candidate.
not just a
When Mila
matter
gave me a
of,
chance to
oh,
put you in
it's a
custody,
lower
I
res
took it.
image that looks good on a
Coward.
4K
You're a
screen. It's the
disgrace
way
to
that
Interpol.
DLSS
I'll make it my life's
keeps the
work to
image
destroy you.
sharpened
Yeah.
Oh,
to
I'm
a rate
afraid your
that
life, let alone
I'm
your
used
life's
to a
work,
lot of
isn't
games
going
with
to
like
last much
temporal
longer.
anti-aliasing looking
Once
really
I
soft
integrate the
just because
clockwork
of
eyes into
how
this
that
device,
works. And I mean,
your
it's
life's
clean,
work will
but
be
there are some
ever
times that I
a
wish I
failure.
could force the image
I
to be a little
won't
bit
be
sharper,
brainwashed that
and
easily.
mhm.
DLSS
Quite
achieves that in
right.
a way that's
It won't
really,
be
really
easy
pleasing.
or painless.
Yeah.
But I
And
will
you know, you're
reprogram your
rendering at a
mind,
lower
and you will
resolution,
take
so
the
you
fall
save a
for
ton
me
on
at
performance,
Interpol.
and you really don't notice the difference,
Just
especially
take
That's
on
your
high
time,
frame rates.
that's the way with ray
relax,
tracing.
go to your happy place,
Oh, people just do
and
DLSS
stay
because you can
there
actually get high performance with it.
forever.
I don't think they've seen you. Take a few
But yeah,
photos and
Nintendo
get
has
out of
more of
there.
Nintendo has
No,
Nvidia
I've
on
gotta
their
help
side,
Carmelita. She's in trouble here.
which you know the
There's
so
nothing
you
you
could
can
say
do
you can't
now.
say that about
Get the
Xbox and
recon photos
PlayStation.
and come back to the safe house.
But you know they
I just
still
love
Yeah.
how
Swear,
I just
they'll
love
find
how
a way to
like
help
for
you.
like a decade we had these 4K TVs and none of the consoles could like hit 4K. And by the time we're actually get to the point where we have the power to hit native 4K, we've just found ways where we're just like, nah, it's not worth it. Do it other ways.
8K.
well, you know, the games can hit 4K, but you need but it's gonna just cost you the frame rate.
Inspector
Yeah.
Fox is restrained in an old Iron Tech 250.
Oh, it's gonna cost you.
Crude,
Which is
but effective.
most of the time these days people want 60. It does depend on the
Those are
game.
the
Like
Contessa's elite
I
shadow
wouldn't want
guards.
want to
Stuff
play
is too
a
simple to
shooter,
word
a
to describe
platformer,
those
or
guys.
like a Souls like game at 30. As I laughs as I
That's a
boot
mind
up Bloodborne
shuffler.
on the PS4.
Items
I mean, the
became
thing about
available.
that is that 30 versus 60 is not
Made of equal
it's not
parts
just a
science
matter
and
of
black
like, oh, what do
magic.
you prefer? Because it's also a design choice.
Indestructible to conventional
Um,
weapons.
30 FPS works well for games that don't require as much attentiveness from the player because when you're down to 30 FPS, the game is reading your input less often. It's only registering a new input every 33 milliseconds ish.
All right. Head
Mhm.
back to the safe house
And
we'll
that
get a
causes your
plan together.
controls to be a little bit less unresponsive. Now, for a lot of games, that's not that big a deal. But for some games that really require precision and responsiveness
The war
from
between
the
Nilo and the
player,
Contessa
like
has put the
anything that's
castle
fast
on high
paced, like a
alert.
fighting game,
To get at the clockwork
that
eyes,
requires
we'll
like
need to
fast
subtly manipulate this
inputs,
Fast
conflict to our
reactions and shit.
advantage.
requires the
Here's the
responsiveness
plan.
of 60
Murray,
FPS because it's
sneak
not
into
just
the
a matter of
castle and kidnap
it's
the
not
head
just a
of
matter of it
security.
making the game look
I want
smoother.
to ask him
It
a few
causes your
questions.
inputs to reach the game faster.
Meanwhile, Sly
Yeah.
and I are going to get a little paranormal.
See, one
I'll
thing
slip
now
into
with
the
the new
crypt
the
beneath the
Switch
castle
2,
and
whatever,
put together a
now rollback
bad
can be on
mojo
Nintendo
bomb.
systems.
It should
Yeah,
be
no,
enough to
literally people
destroy
came
the
out and said
mind
that the
shuffler.
system can't handle
Sly,
rollback netcode
you
currently.
capture a few local
And that's
ghosts
really
and
sad.
drop them into Neela's headquarters. Hopefully the near-death experience
Oh
will
god.
inspire
I
her
do
to
not want to
purchase
fight
Oh,
more
that guy.
oh god,
mercenary firepower.
Oh god.
oh
We've all
gosh.
got our assignments.
This is a guy
Good
who
luck.
has a wind spear and they're very powerful.
Hmm.
By fire.
I just want to remind you all that Disney's not going to give us MVC2.
Probably not.
No, they came out in support because it looks good for them, and then they're just going to go away. Yeah, you guys rock.
See,
Maybe.
one thing though, now I want consoles thanks to the Steam Deck. FSR built into the system, OS level, 'cause that is very handy. And also the performance HUD, because I want to see my GPU go high in numbers.
What was FSR?
What's the
and AMD.
What's it? Super resolution.
Fidelity FX Super Resolution, which is AMD's solution thing.
Right.
And they just built that right into the Steam Deck OS. So you can just do it like as a slider.
Sneak inside and smash the coffin of the evil wolf priestess.
Sounds pretty harsh.
Yeah.
Does the old girl really deserve that sort of treatment?
No, I'm just glad we're past the days of playing 720p games on my 4K TV. I can count the pixels.
The new Pokemon gonna make you count more pixels.
All the Pokemon games on the Switch actually run at 1080.
What the fuck?
They don't look. That's the only thing about them that looks graphically impressive.
Oh shit. Yeah, this I've been just looking up a lot on Steam Deck videos, and man, just happy that it's great. Incomplete, but great.
Oh yeah.
Knowing Valve, they're gonna do 500 updates, and it's gonna be complete by next year.
Yeah, they definitely got some things that they need to work out on it.
And the library problem is mostly not Valve's fault. It's mostly developers with
Developers
anti-cheat.
just having anti-cheat and not getting around to like making their games like optimized for it yet.
Really hate Bungie right now because they're like, we're not gonna support it, and if you try, you're gonna get banned. It's like, come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Just flat out like just not gonna do it.
Yeah. It's like, if you install Windows, then yeah.
Huh.
But it's like, dude, really?
Evil.
You really don't have to do anything with Proton. You like, you could just say like, yeah, anti-cheat, don't get banned, like ban these people, let these people play. Like, all Proton does is just use Vulkan and a lot of open source stuff to run it on Linux. Like Apex Legends just got updated to run on Linux and Steam Deck. So I think like Bungie needs to get their head out of their ass. Unless they really I don't know. Something, maybe they have a deal with Windows to do that. I don't know.
Capture them again.
Not to worry. It's only a short-term
Maybe.
But I feel like when more people get like talk about how great this thing is, maybe Bungie be like, yeah, maybe, okay, fine, whatever. Here.
Yeah, maybe they'll come around to it.
EA out of nowhere just did it with Apex and they didn't announce it. Took a lot of Linux sources that actually say like, yeah, it works.
Oh, they had to wait for actual confirmation.
Not really. No, it's like a lot of Linux like everyone played it and they're like, oh wow, this works out of the box, and no one.
While we're on the subject,
yeah, you didn't talk about it.
While we're on the subject of things that just kind of happen without any fanfare, the Switch has custom profile icons now.
Yeah,
limited time only.
New rewards. Wait, what? Limited time only?
A limited time for the icons, for Mario Odyssey icons and Animal Crossing icons.
Jeez.
Until April, and I'm looking at that like, why? What's the point?
Why? Yeah, why is that limited? Do you not have enough server space to upload more than like 50 icons at once?
I feel there's a lot of icons. Yeah, there's a lot of icons for Animal Crossing, and they like, yeah, we're gonna add more, a bit more. We're gonna refresh and add more icons for Animal Crossing characters. But it's like, just put them all there.
Yeah. Very strange.
And you can't
use
use
there's a fox.
Can't use any of the frames or the backgrounds with your Mii. You need to use.
You need to use an actual icon.
Yeah, so it's like, well, yeah, I like my Mii as my profile picture on Switch. So I'm good.
Okay.
We finally get Xenoblade profile pictures.
That explains why they didn't announce it.
Yeah.
Because it's not good.
Yeah, Ross, they're gonna do that by Xenoblade 3 for like 1 month. You're not gonna have enough Nintendo points to get it. And the challenges, there are challenges. I don't think they work properly. Because it's like, you can just play Mario Brothers. I did that. Didn't get the points. Play a game, like, back up to the cloud. It's like, what?
Yeah, that thing that is not a challenge. It's just a thing that happens. That's
Like,
weird.
Nintendo's weird.
Yeah.
Someone,
They are very weird,
someone,
yes.
someone replace their network people because they don't know what they're doing. Or tell the person up in charge to be like, hey, people complain about online services, and we know we're doing a better server infrastructure, but maybe
People are complaining about our online services. Let's offer more pointless crap onto this thing without improving the actual issue. That's
Yeah.
my problem. That's my problem with the way the online service is being handled at the moment. It's because they know
Yeah.
they can't go through with a full like server
Remodel.
remodel. That's just not viable.
They are just adding shit onto it, which is cool in its own way, but I would like actual improvements as well.
that's why I'm very happy
Uh,
they actually changing the net on the server infrastructure now. That's the only thing
mhm.
they're improving. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Now
It
improve
is,
more.
but I'm not sure to what extent it's actually being improved.
Um, that's a good
Like,
question.
we've seen hints of it in some games, but we've also seen situations where it still uses like their old style
Well, if
Yeah,
it's
like
like
online.
the new sports game still uses the old system.
really,
Yeah,
uh,
it uses the old connection versus Arceus is the first one that is the first game. Well, technically the first game that uses the new system was Monster Hunter.
and that was like a beta
But
too, and that was a good move.
yeah, but now Arceus is using it. But then has like literally the only online component Arceus has is trading.
Right.
So that's another thing that annoyed me about that update. They're not adding like battles between friends, or like online battles. That'd be cool. But no, there's no way to do that in this game.
They really
There's
just
not really, but there's not really. I don't think that would be very fun at all. Pokemon battles aren't fun in Legends Arceus.
I think they're fine, but then it works differently because of the rush style and strong
But
style. So
I know where my opinion stands on that game versus everyone else.
yeah, that's fair.
yeah, it's just like you're doing this new server, and you're like, oh, we have our new new Wii Sports game that's coming. We want the best internet connection. Let's use our old server.
Yeah.
Windows 98. Let's go. Can't wait for the Nintendo fanboys to defend Nintendo this time.
Nick, we're the Nintendo fanboys.
No,
We're a different kind.
we're actually smart about what we say and what we want from Nintendo.
Nick,
Yeah?
you know what I say.
Yeah.
Got a point.
Do you think any part of that is remotely smart?
It's better than what most people spew on Twitter. So, yeah.
Wow. That might be the nicest backhanded compliment you've ever given me.
Yo, Pokemon fan, so your really opinion doesn't come out.
That's fair. There we go. That's the Nick I know.
Now you're getting it.
You know, when the Wii shop was shutting down, I saw someone's like, it's fake outrage. Everyone's now being angry about it. It's like, no.
Shout out to the Xenoblade Chronicles
I
X
mean,
notification.
the things that
Oh
we're
my
complaining
God.
about with the with like the Wii U eShop, we knew that these were gonna go down at some point. That's why we spent years complaining to Nintendo about all their online content. This isn't
Like,
something this isn't like a new argument. We've been arguing this for years.
Now, someone said, like, it's a fake outrage. It's like, no, it's really not. People are very...
yeah, no, the outrage is that they can't. It's not that the games are like disappearing. It's that there's nowhere else to get the games now. Like
It's
they're
kind
gonna
of
be
like...
lost forever.
Not everybody is as comfortable moving fully digitally
Most people.
as well, yeah, I guess most people.
Like, I'm fine downloading the
I mean,
games, but...
I get it. There's a convenience factor to it, but at the end of the day, I
I like a
I
I don't
cart.
like
know.
I
physicals.
like the disc. I like the cart. When it has the games on the cart.
Yeah. I like a disc. I like a cart.
But if I have to
So,
download it, then I'll download it. I don't care, as long as
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
there's a certain feeling of
Holding a Switch cartridge in your hands.
well, there's a when you
Putting it in your
buy
mouth.
something physical that is physically tangible, there's some sort of feeling for me buying it that can never be replicated with a piece of digital media.
It's more. It feels more rewarding. It's like, yeah, I use my hard-earned money to get this object that I can have in my
And I think part of
possession.
the reason I feel that way is because as incredible and essential to modern life as the internet is, there's still an at least as long as I live, there's always going to be not as it's just not going to be a like tangible piece of life
No.
in the same way that other like things are. I don't know. It's a little bit hard to describe.
No, I can get what you're saying. Like you can have a library of movies and shit like on like a Google account or something, but it's nowhere near as satisfying as having like a full shelf of like
So the
Blu-rays
Contessa
and shit
wants
to look
more,
at and
eh?
say like, oh,
That's
here's
the
my
son of
my
her
my
just
nice
a little
collection, you know?
airport. A
It's
few
kind of like that
wrongs
in my
put that
opinion.
old charlatan in her place.
Going fully digital also has its own detriments as well.
Yeah, like what if there's a day where you can't access all your shit because the servers are offline?
Yeah.
Online registration is a whole nother issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I treat digital sometimes digitally if I want to get a game. It's a game I already have physically. I get on
I
a
used
different
to do this
platform.
really inefficient thing where I would buy a game both physically and digitally. I tore
Oh,
through a
you
lot of
stopped
money.
that? Did you finally stop doing that?
It depends on the game. I did it with a few games. I did it with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Splatoon 2, Breath of the Wild, which I also bought on Wii U, so I bought that game 3 times.
Oh, same. I got it later, the Wii U copy, but
I played that game first on Wii U.
I've been buying kind of related. I've been buying 4K versions of like DVDs that I had from like 10 years ago.
I can't. DVDs.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't really start getting Blu-rays till like 5 years ago, so you know. But when I actually got my own job, I could buy a Blu-ray player because my family was stupid and didn't know they didn't understand what the difference was, so it was hard to convince them. So
Is the PS5 a 4K Blu-ray player?
Yes.
yes, it is.
It is.
Oh, then I can use it to play that copy of Monsters, that 4K copy of Monsters Inc. that Calico gave me.
Finally, it's
After-
finally real use.
The Steelbook 4K Ultra HD Monsters Inc.
After after years of having PS4 Pro that wasn't a 4K Blu-ray player, even though it was 4K compatible.
And even though it has a 4K disc drive, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. That's why it's not a 4K Blu-ray player.
Wow. Sounds hard.
They mostly advertise, oh, you can watch Netflix and YouTube and all these.
Well, no, because it can't fundamentally use a different disc than the base PS4 use.
The Xbox One S had a Blu-ray, Ultra 4K Blu-ray player,
Had a Blu-ray Ultra player.
so there's no excuse.
I'd use that switch to smash
I
up
blame
the guard
communism.
before
That's
they
that
ever
that.
got near me.
Precisely. Once all 4 cylinders of the collection device are
That's
full,
yeah, keep the
that should be
stamina
enough
recovery
black
speed
magic
thing.
to destroy the mind shuffler.
Oh,
Watch out!
I was just walking down the road and this fucking bull tackled me.
it happens to me in real life.
Oh yeah, I'm just going around in Horizon looking for foxes to kill.
Fair.
Trying to earn the fast travel pack. Or like the unlimited one.
Yeah.
I started Horizon today. I don't know if I'm
What do
gonna
you think?
play it.
You're all going through the new game, and I'm going through the
I'm
first
not
game.
that. No.
Oh yeah,
I'm
he meant the
playing,
first game.
Oh.
and you know,
That is king.
my opinion
Like
might
I
not.
said,
My
first
opinion
game's pretty good.
might not. My opinion might not change after I last played it. So
Mm.
It's
First game's pretty good, but the
pretty
second
fun
game just
game.
improves on everything.
I'll be frank though, I have not been paying attention to the story at all.
Looks like the spouts run out of that
That's kind of what
mojo.
happened to me with
No
Forbidden
matter,
West, not
I'm
gonna
one
lie. It
fourth
feels
of the way
like
to a full
the
tank.
story really takes a backseat once you get into the fully into the open world in that game.
even then, there's Elden Ring coming, so I'm mostly gonna play that. So
Hmm.
so if I drop Horizon again, that's why.
Elden thing.
I don't know. I think for as great as the game looks and as amazing as its art style and all the and like production quality and all these things are great about it, there is something about Horizon that still to me feels a bit plain, and I think part of it just comes down to like the characterization and the theming of the world, where like Aloy is like a very plain heroic character that doesn't really. I guess I prefer my characters to be a little bit more.
Charismatic and shit.
Yeah.
She's not like not a very like.
That's not to say that she doesn't have her moments, but they.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. They don't grab to me in the same way that some other games do.
It just the 2 hour, like 4 hours I played, it just feels generic. And I played a
Yeah.
lot of games
Definitely
that's
some.
similar to it, so it's just like, yeah, I
I
don't
mean, yeah, I wouldn't say anything is like revelating.
No.
Revelations.
Yeah, it's
It
not
is.
Resident
It's
Evil
just a.
Revelations.
It's just a better example of an
This
open
one's
world
still out.
game. I think is what it is. Is how I'd put it.
It's not back online. Eight
I'm just
physics.
saying, I'm gonna put this next to WarioWare and I'm just gonna type Nintendo versus Sony.
Yeah. Why?
The Switch looks whatever. I can't wait for Mario PS4.
Oh yeah.
How the
Oh man, I can't wait for DLSS Mario.
Hey, they put Mario in 1080p Odyssey.
It's a me, Super Sampled Mario.
See, we're gonna get that with the Mario movie. We're gonna get DLSS Mario. They haven't announced that yet, but it's happening. Miyamoto said himself.
Why did they need to use super sampling on the CG movie?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Pixar, you crafty bastards.
What's that?
You see what's funny is that I thought Pixar, and then I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh wait, it's Illumination.
minute.
And then I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna say Pixar anyway.
You see, we need a. Pixar already did enough with like computer CG technology for movies. They need to do a new thing.
They need to start making games.
DLSS is the next big
I mean,
revolution.
I know I think, to be honest, I think Illumination was a good choice for, like, obviously we don't even know if who all was on the table in terms of production, but I feel like compared to the other CG animator movies, Illumination has a more kind of squashy and cartoony vibe to their motions, which I think would fit well with the really cartoony Mario universe.
Yeah, I want Mario's body to bounce
Only
every time
other-
he
The
walks.
plot on the other hand, we don't even know what the fuck's gonna happen. And Chris Pratt Mario, never forget.
I think the only other studio that probably could have done it right in terms of like squash and stretch and like bouncy animation probably would have been Sony, but they would never do it. So
Yeah, Sony would never. Nintendo
Yeah.
would be
Yeah,
like, I don't care.
Sony would have gone for a more stylized look.
Yeah, we got
which might have been better, but who knows?
we would get Spider
You would
Verse style.
have gotten Gendy Tarkovsky's The Mario movie.
Gendy's Super Mario Brothers.
Andy Squash and Stretch Mario.
Exclusive to Amazon, because Amazon bought the rights.
Oh god, Hotel Transylvania 4 is Luigi's Mansion 4.
Listen, I don't care about the Mario movie, but if they give Charlie Day the Luigi's Mansion movie, I'll be all for that.
That would be kind of funny.
But it's live action.
I don't. Yeah, and want to see Luigi's Mansion, and he's like,
I really wish they would bring back like the live. I really wish that one day they'd make a sequel to the 90s movie with Mario was an actual like 90s Brooklyn man.
oh, they're not gonna, they can't get the old guy back for it. So
I mean, I know they can't get
Bob
that.
Hoskins.
I mean, I know they can't get Bob Hoskins, but
You can get John. What's his name?
John.
Who played Luigi?
I mean,
John
I just want
Leguizamo?
them.
Yeah.
I just want them to. I just want another movie for them to like try to replicate that vibe.
you
It
know,
was so 90s.
Yeah.
get the Blade Runner 4098 guy to do it.
Hmm.
2098, 48, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
God.
ready yet.
God damn it! Give me fucking something to kill these idiots.
Hatcha!
Alright, did it. I'm gonna poison you and put you in the fire.
Oh God. I gotta run.
The new
They just work in here all day with those spikes on top of their heads the entire time. I'd be freaking the fuck out if I had to do that.
It's fine. They're mostly inside there, not out here.
Yes.
Ooh.
Odd slide, we're gonna miss the State of the Union.
What's with your fascination with the State of the Union?
I don't know. It's happening.
Is it?
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Harry, strike!
You should
Are
stream
they
it.
doing it because of? Yeah, you should stream that. Are they doing it because of Russia or something?
No, 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 no. This was announced like 2 months ago.
That's how much I barely pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, you can make fun of Joe Biden.
We do that every day, though.
Yeah, but how often do you get to do it live?
We're doing it now. Fuck it.
True.
Physics?
Should not been the Democrat, but you know, thanks Democrats. No.
Hurry up, machine!
Whatever. It gets the less of the two evils out, so who cares?
I find a bunch of pot boys.
Excuse me?
The the
I
Elden
know.
Ring pot. Yeah.
I know.
This'll hurt.
You can't just say that out loud.
Mm.
They have names now.
I found NSYNC.
Yeah, I found NSYNC.
This one's still out!
I found VSync.
Yeah, we have like V-Sync
I
and
will not tear anymore.
G-Sync and everything. What about NSYNC? We need them back.
FreeSync.
Harry,
FreeSync,
strike!
which is this G-Sync.
Yeah.
No, more open.
I'm gonna record that. Give me a second.
So open that, you know, that even Nvidia's like, yeah, we adopt that. Fine. Fuck you, AMD, but yeah.
More!
I like AMD.
Mm.
They do a lot of open stuff.
It's not back online!
Okay, I know, Bentley. Shut up. Yeah, you come down here. Alright, you both die. I'm gonna kill that man with the fire. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, good.
That does it for
Good.
this room.
Good.
Looks like I've only got one more crypt to go.
Really have the Discord update? Fuck you.
Hmm.
I'm not doing that. Not right now. Steam Deck with Discord. Let's go. I'm so happy you could do that.
Because you can just install Windows on it, right?
No, you can put on you can go to the Linux desktop
Oh.
and you just download through the package manager they have,
Hmm.
and then you can just play it in the background. Talk to you guys while you play Steam Deck games. That's great. I love it.
Well,
That means you could get Minecraft on there without even going to Windows. I'm happy.
that is cool.
I want to put in Linux on my laptop. I can't, but you know, it's a wish. How did I miss? Hey, you guys can have a bomb. Hammer. Hey, don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, I'm going inside.
Oh, another Grace site.
Oh wow, Blue Album looks a lot different.
Oh, that's the boss chamber in there, I guess.
The boss.
I'm
Boss
gonna assume
baby.
it's the boss.
What's with
Can
my
you play
home?
Boss? Can you play Boss Baby on the Steam Deck?
Yeah.
You can play Peppa Pig on the Steam Deck.
Ooh.
Don't want to lose these souls, actually.
But you can become more British.
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 So judging by the fact that John DiMaggio posted that rant and then like 2 weeks later announced that he's coming back, I'm guessing they caved and paid him a fuck ton more money.
I feel like
Yeah.
there was a lot of public outcry too, so you know.
I would imagine.
A lot of people like, I'm not watching this without him.
I mean, he's John DiMaggio. He's got that sway.
I know that he's like no other Bender voice will like outdo him, so you know.
Yeah.
I love you, Schnitzel.
I love you, Grimace.
To be honest, Schnitzel
Love
wouldn't have been
him.
out of place in that commercial.
It hasn't reset.
He would, because he wasn't born then.
All right, the deed is
The idea of
done.
Snitchel wasn't there yet.
The Mojo Collector
Or
has
Schnitzel
full
2007 to
custody. I should be able
2010.
to blow the Clockwork Eyes off that mine shovel.
Yeah, it was the Chowder reboot. We
This
need
is
that.
going to be great.
We don't.
Make it adult
I
comedy.
aired some episodes of Chowder on Cartoon Network this week,
Whoa.
but they were the 4:3 versions, but they were still in 16:9. So it was letterbox both on top and bottom and sides. Thanks, Cartoon Network.
I hate when they do that.
I don't even think they're streaming. I don't even think it's like that on their streaming site.
No, the episodes that are 4x3 are.
Yo, Shrek 1 and 2 are on Netflix. Let's go.
Yes.
Actually, I have HBO Max right here. Let me see. Hold on.
Is she just gonna boot into Chowder?
Yeah, it's on my phone. It's not gonna come up on stream.
No, it should be the proper 1080p renders.
Renders.
I mean, Cartoon Network was doing like 1080p since like 2004.
No one had the 1080p TV yet at that time.
Also, fun fact about Cartoon Network, they have now used their current logo the longest out of any of their logos, surpassing the original.
Really?
That makes
That
sense.
sucks because it's the worst one.
Yeah, it's really lame. I hate minimalist logos.
I mean, the
It's
Cartoon
everywhere.
Network logo itself is really minimalistic.
Yeah, but now it's just literally the two letters.
Oh no, it is 4x3. It is 16:9.
The thing I don't like about, well, I mean, like there's several different variations of the logo. There's like the full logo, and then there's like the bumper logo,
Okay.
or like the bottom corner logo.
Okay, it is properly 16:9 and no letterboxing.
Right.
HBO Max.
You heard it here first, folks.
I feel like I heard
Chowder on
about it.
HBO is safe.
HBO nuts.
What were
Boo
we
bait.
what- 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 what-
Me neither.
Where am I?
Who?
Hey, this is my stream. I can't ask that. Get inside the door, Bentley.
No,
Oh!
seriously, Oh no.
Oh, he's going. It's kicking in the all-timers.
Speed.
This is a little earlier than I thought it would.
Happens to the best of us.
The rest of us.
Happens to the rest of us.
Mario. Yeah, when Mario's gonna. I wonder when Mario's gonna have Alzheimer's in the game.
Oh, right, the Cartoon Network logo.
Yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about the current iteration of it is that the original had like very soft, rough edges that gave the impression that it was like actually hand-drawn, whereas the current one just used to use like very standard flash fonts. They've also made the letters, I think a much less appealing font, and they made them larger, so now they look like they're almost too big for the boxes.
They should have used the Street Fighter 6 font. The Adobe font. Let's go. Street Fighter. Get it now.
They peeked at the 3D logo.
Yeah, nothing can be 3D anymore. Even I can't be 3D. I lost my third dimension, guys. Help.
Hey, Murray, can you see the general from there?
Nope.
Merch.
Just an old man coming up the ramp.
Don't let his appearance fool you. That's General Clawfoot.
That may be
He's
old,
one of
but
the
he's still a
toughest
general.
soldiers you'll ever see. Not to mention head of castle security.
What if he doesn't want to come?
Whoa. Okay, that's a cool move that I have now. Holy
It's
shit.
Don't
It
worry
is funny
about
now
that.
that the
He's only
PlayStation
afraid of two things.
now on
Fire and
integrations
water.
now on PlayStation,
Other
the
than that, you
Discord.
couldn't hurt what?
Yeah.
So I can make fun
Not
of Chris
even
when he plays
'cause
Apex
Handy was
Legends.
away as a projectile.
Wow, that is handy.
When he plays Ape Escape Legends.
That's requires Sony to remember Ape Escape.
Now bring it back to the safe house. I've marked it in your binocular.
Remember that one time they did, but it was just for a Twitter account, and they canceled it after the anniversary stop.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sony. Oh, this guy's speaking German. Forgot about that.
Oh, you can't do that.
It's fine.
Well,
Why is
well,
yelling
General
so much?
Clawfoot.
Let
We've
Sony
got a
do
lot
something
to
cool.
talk about.
Do
You
it now.
wouldn't by chance know
I want
the
Sony to
security
defeat
codes to the
oversimplified
castle gates,
logos.
That's hard.
Feel like
Look at
talking, huh?
look what they.
How about a
Okay, look at that.
less?
I mean, their logo is the same one it's always been.
Now it's fully white
Oh.
Talk, you scoundrel!
instead of color.
What? They're whitewashing the Sony logo?
Yeah. I miss the
Damn.
red. I miss the red, blue, and green
Damn you, Tim Ryan.
and yellow. Well, that was the thing since PS4. Actually,
Mhm.
well, it's been a thing since like when they rebranded the
All
PS3
right,
with the
fellas,
Slim.
Let's get down to business. The first steps to escalating the war between Neela and the Contessa have gone well.
Oh, so it's
We're
Mark
down to the
Cerny's
final
fault.
setups before we spring our trap. Sly, I need you to steal
I
a
blame
voice
Kazu,
modulator
alright?
from the castle and install it under Neela's headquarters. If all goes as
I can't blame
planned,
Ken
it should
Kuburagi because he
allow us
left
to
at that
give
point.
orders to her mercenaries without being detected. Unfortunately, Neela's recent bomber purchase has made her army over-enthusiastic, and they might strike before we're ready.
Ridge Racer.
Which leads me to Murray. I need you to hotwire one of the
That
Contessa's
game doesn't
tanks and
exist.
go to town on the mercenaries. We just need to intimidate them a little.
Ross,
And
did you know
finally,
that there was a
I'll venture
PlayStation
back
1?
into the crypts to power up that old
No.
computer
Some
in
people called it the
re-education
PSX.
tower. We're going to need
Which
it
is
to
still
save
stupid.
Carmelita.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
and Sly,
don't like that.
if you
I've
haven't
seen
already
GameCube
got one,
abbreviated
you'll
as
need to buy a
GCN.
paraglider for the
I'm not
hike.
sure what that comes
Okay,
from.
let's move out.
I don't know
That might
why.
be a Japan thing, I think.
But why is it like the end at the end? Like it should be
It is a
NGC.
weird
I
thing.
don't know.
It is a weird part of it, yeah.
See, Microsoft did great. They had the Xbox, and it's so simple that it won't, and no one would screw it up.
And then they had the Xbox One X,
Shut
which
up,
you could
shut
just
up.
abbreviate as Xbox.
I think with Series X, it's X. XX.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Mm.
Yeah, wait, no, yeah. X, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was right. I'm right. I'm not going crazy yet.
No, give it a little bit.
I mean, I'm already insane. You know, like, if I talk about the Steam Deck more than... I can't stop talking about it for 5 seconds, you know. I'm insane.
Mm. Also, I posted that thing I was reacting to earlier.
I'll
You just
I'll
link it
look at
here.
it later.
Hook it up for
I'll
our
put it
side.
in our
Giving us control over
please
Neela's
speak to me.
mercenaries. Sounds great.
Oh, Sony.
Here or there to get access to the more secure areas of the castle.
I want Sony to be good again. Well, they are good, but I mean cool again.
First, steal a wiretap and the voice modulator.
Okay, so they literally just tacked the N on at the end of it because they thought that it would sell better if people saw the N and knew it stood for Nintendo. Yeah, that worked.
Next time do it at the front.
And
GameCube, Nintendo.
next time, try doing it on not the worst selling console of the generation.
Yeah, the Wii U.
Hell yeah. I
The
love
Wii U win.
I love that Fig Newton.
I love the Wii U. It's gonna die.
I've started affectionately referring to the PS5 as the reverse ice cream sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's a good way to do it. It's like a reverse ice cream sandwich or like a reverse Oreo.
Yeah.
Smooth work. Now use those keys to break into the castle and get at that wiretap.
I like the black controller. The DualSense.
I like
Reminds
the
me-
purple one.
I like the purple one too, even though I don't have it. But I like purple and blue and black. But I don't know. The black one reminds me of PS2 controllers.
Yeah.
I like the NES dog bone.
So if they ever make a PS2 tribute PS5, then I'll buy it.
Nick, what if you were crawling down this and then you just ran into one of those little rats from Wind Waker that pulled on the door and dropped you out?
That'd be pain. Dude, I'll do Twilight Princess this year. I was gonna do it one year, then I stopped. And I'm gonna do it this year.
Do it, because the day after you finish it, we'll get the Switch version announced.
I'm still surprised that hasn't happened with Wind Waker, so I don't think it's gonna happen with
No, they're gonna need more games to pad out 2022 and 2023, so maybe.
If Breath of the Wild 2 gets delayed, I can see them doing it.
So yeah.
Who knows? Alright. I decreased my level of souls. So what's through here?
I don't think it's like as dire as good of Wii U of them padding it out. I don't think they're gonna do that because the Wii U was really worse with it. I mean, we knew.
The wiretap is at the far end of the room. Easy does it in here, huh,
Oh,
pal?
what's what?
We knew.
We knew what? I don't know anything, Nick.
Well, that's your fault.
Okay. Right.
It really makes me think about like when Nintendo announced NX. It kind of got in the head to me like, man, Nintendo really is stopping the Wii U, huh?
I mean, the last year of the Wii U was like the most dead I've ever seen anything in a long time.
Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, Star Fox Zero came out, and then there was kind of nothing until Breath of the Wild. which was the last important game released for the system.
I'm very glad they kept the dedication and kept the DLC also on the Wii U.
Yeah, I remember the last year of the Wii U. That was pretty miserable.
Nothing
Especially
came out.
because that was also the year that I think that was the year that Nintendo was like, yeah, that E3 we're only gonna show off Breath of the Wild,
Yep.
and we didn't even know what the Switch was at the time.
Yeah, it's 2016. You know, the Wii U was. Everyone knew at this point, like the Wii U's
We knew
done.
the system was. It was frustrated. We were all super frustrated at Nintendo. I remember because the Wii U was pretty much dead at this point, which we understood why it was, but it was still frustrating because we're not getting anything. And so we know all of Nintendo's efforts are being poured into this new console, but we knew nothing about it other than it apparently does everything.
No!
And we wouldn't get the info until
Late 2016.
Like August, yeah.
They said in 2016, like early 2016. It's like the Switch is the NX is gonna release March 2017. Like everyone's like, what?
There's a Switch too?
And then they're like, we're not gonna talk about it for a whole year. Then 20 October hits. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna show off the NX. Be there in our YouTube video.
Be there.
And then they showed it off and was like, yeah, all right, that's cool. Because I remember when like, oh, it's gonna be like you can take off the patents and all that. Everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be stupid. And actually, they showed off in the reveal trailer. Everyone's like, okay, I can get down with that. Until actually released, and everyone's like, wait, I don't like these controllers. Except for the people with small hands, they're like, yeah, this is great.
I mean, it's a system for children.
Actually, they showed a lot of young adults with it.
That's true. They used the Nintendo hot people.
Yeah, they used that one girl from the Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, one girl on the party, on the ceiling party.
I remember that because that was the most memeable Nintendo meme ever in that year.
That was a very bizarre launch trailer.
I mean, it showed what it.
What I found
did.
more bizarre than that was the first presentation they did, where they actually like rolled out the first trailers for games. The one within the big stadium that felt very un-Nintendo-like.
Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least the Splatoon guy still came up and did that dab.
That was cool.
At least with Splatoon, they actually did that. Twice.
Yeah. I don't know how he's gonna dab the 4 though.
Let's dab the 3 first.
It really made me. It really makes me laugh. Everything from that presentation, except for Steve, because Steve got canceled. Actually came out. Everything from that came out, and the last game that was needed to come out came out last year, which is Shin Megami Tensei 5.
And since then, Nintendo's been a lot better about keeping a steady release of games for their system.
Yeah.
It hasn't been anything as dead as the last year of the Wii U ever since. There's been droughts, but nothing anywhere near as bad.
2018 was the worst year. It was very droughty.
What do we even get in 2018?
I do remember 2018 not being good in the first half, but like the fall.
Well, because we had Smash.
Yeah, what else did we have in 2018? What year was 2018?
Torna.
2018.
And I still haven't played that. And I don't think I ever will. Just don't like women.
You know. You don't need to like say it every time. We just know.
Every time.
Switch games that came out in 2018.
Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze.
It did come out, I think, that year.
Maybe it was 2019. I don't remember.
Mega Man 11.
We're too old.
Remember?
The system used to be new.
Remember?
We go back to when the GameCube was current.
Remember? Capcom released the version Street Fighter 2.
Find the guys in charge and
that
steal their
that
keys.
was a launch title,
That was a launch. No,
or maybe not. Well, it was near launch.
I think
but
it was
maybe.
2018. Yeah, late 2018.
Yeah,
Early.
the Switch launch was bizarre.
I mean, you got Skylanders. Like, what else do you need?
It's Skyrim.
No, it
It
didn't.
was in the same year.
We had Super Bomberman R. What more do you need?
Now it's on everything.
Yeah. Ba, 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 ba. We need to explore this castle more.
The Switch launch lineup really reminded me of the Wii U, because it's just like, yeah, you get the same games you can get on the they usually put on the Wii U, like Zelda. Bomberman R's was weird, but Skylanders, yeah, that would be on the Wii U. I think they put Just Dance on there. I think.
Yeah.
That series hasn't been the same since they stopped coming to Wii.
So recently.
I think they haven't. I think the last like 2 or 3 haven't come to Wii.
I think it's time to let the Wii die. Nintendo is.
Nintendo's like, do we make a Wii U?
You say that, and at the moment you say Nintendo is killing the Wii, they're also bringing back Wii Sports.
Yeah, but it's not on the Wii.
On the Wii.
Should have called it Me Sports. I'm so mad.
I'm gonna have to make the Matt.
You know, it's very.
No, he's in the game. He's in the game.
He's in the files.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in the files.
He's in the files.
Fuck yes.
I just like how, for years, I've been saying, like, Nintendo should do something Wii Sports related on Switch. Come on. And they finally do it. And it looks like that. I'm like, they could have called it Me Sports. Could have just took the Wii Sports Club art style and was good with that.
What about Kingdom Hearts, Wii Sports, Key Sports?
No, that's dumb. Alright, I have this list. No, let's take a look at this list. Play more of the game. Curse.
Wind Waker, C Sports.
Bloodstained came out that year on Switch. South Park came out on that Switch on that 2018. Dragon Quest Builders came out that year.
Oh my god, that was a thing.
That's a good game. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Let's go. Shut up. Wolfenstein 2. Yeah, more Mega Man, all the Mega Mans. Like Valkyrie Chronicles. The world ends with you. Final remix, which why?
Oh yeah.
Like exclusively in handheld mode. Okay. Kamari, Damaski Reroll. Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like the original I think that's like the original Minecraft before they did the.
Oh yeah, before it got the Bedrock update and shit.
I to Z.
Little fun fact for you here, but when Minecraft for Switch first came out, it ran at 720p, and they had to give it a patch to run at 1080.
I think it was just the Wii U version on Switch.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, yeah, it's the same version as the Wii U, like the same like game.
It just literally was that version.
It was literally that version until they updated it, because they still had Nintendo Network on that when you wanted to connect online. So I'm like,
oh yeah, the Nintendo Network.
Dark Souls Remaster came out. Oh yeah, I have that.
I have that too. It's a good version.
Then I play on Steam Deck to get 60.
What game?
Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh. Yeah, the Wii U launch was interesting because there was actually quite a few pretty decent titles.
It actually felt like
they got a lot of Ubisoft support early on.
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
And then Ubisoft was like, "What?"
Bayonetta was on Switch that 2018.
I mean, Ubisoft was probably like, yeah, I mean, Nintendo did well with the Wii. We definitely want to be there to support the normies that this system will probably bring in. Oh shit, what do you mean it's not?
What? Wait. You only sold 12 million units?
I mean, like, delay that
Legends. But sir, we're 10 days from launch. Do it.
I really like
It's the
how
only way.
Now head for the runoff drains
I really
near
like
the
how
lever side. They should lead to the
in Metro 2033 developers like we don't want to develop for this thing because it's so fucking slow. So no,
Uh,
Wii U port's canceled.
I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine a game like Dread trying to run on the Wii U?
That's not the game I was talking about.
You mean
Prime 4?
The Metro.
no?
The Metro.
Metro. Metro is
Oh,
a different
Metro.
thing.
I thought you said Metroid. You're a fool.
I don't know. I think the Wii U could probably have ran Dread.
Well, yeah, if you know, they got the right people for it.
Theoretically, the thing about Dread is that you need a pretty decent CPU speed because it has to draw in rooms as you get closer to them.
Dread would have been more 3DS though, so Prime would have been more Wii U.
I mean, I'm not even sure what Metroid Prime 4 could possibly even look like artistically.
It's gonna be ray trace. That's why they need the ample CPU. Gonna have DLSS at launch.
I want to be able to see the reflections in Samus's visor.
Looks like we got lucky. The Contessa's men have already excavated Neela's satellite cable. How
Too
should we
bad.
proceed?
Splice in the wire tab, then attach the
Battlefield
box
3 was
with
supposed to be on the Wii
I'll
U.
broadcast from the safe
That never
house to
happened.
make sure it works. This is going to be so cool.
Bullet dodge.
There were a lot of things that never happened.
But I heard Battlefield 3 is fine. I should have got Need for Speed Most Wanted Wii U.
Wii U is weird because it has like 3 major sections. The beginning with cocky Nintendo, where there's barely anything coming out for it and it's miserable. And then the middle, where Nintendo finally starts picking up their shit and realizing they need to deliver. And then the end, where it's dead again.
I'll say, you know, the Wii U launch was pretty good, but then like 2013 was bad, then 2014 was good, then 2015 and 16 was bad.
You see, my problem with launch was that I spent a lot of it playing Mario U.
See, that's a bad thing because there was Mario Land, it was better.
Oh wait,
Nintendo Land.
3DS. Or yeah, Nintendo Land. That was better, but I have no friends to play that with.
There was single player stuff for it.
Yeah, but you can only play Donkey Kong so many times.
Oh baby, that's quite a talk. There was that Yoshi game.
They need to like just bring that game back.
I think they have to do a whole new game with that. So.
Yeah. Maybe closer to when that Nintendo theme park actually opens. Or isn't it open?
It's open in Japan. They had to close again.
Alright, Nintendo, give it to us now.
Then they had to close again.
Alright, give it to us in a little.
Oh, it's still going on. A lot of people feel like it is, and I'm like, that's.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit! No one told me.
My family still think like it's like, oh, we don't need masks anymore because they're gonna end the mandate. I'm like, yeah. So.
Oh, good.
Well, if the government tells you to jump over a bridge, would you?
Press both up
Yes.
to move forward, both down to go in reverse, and in opposite directions
But remember,
to
we're the
rotate.
ones that are.
Fire your turret, tap the
Ruining this
forward
country.
button. You'll need to take
I mean,
out
that's
the
true.
tanks to get the job done.
Yeah, the Republicans should take full control.
Oh, ow.
Oh.
Here we go. The seat's gotta go back farther than this.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's over.
Happy birthday, Xbox.
Okay, guys. I'm
I hope they
gonna
get. I hope Valve gets Usher for the Steam Deck. Be like, Merry Christmas, Steam Deck.
I hope Gabe Newell comes to my house.
Happy President's Day, Steam Deck.
For reverse,
Yeah, I want Gabe Newell to come to my house. What the fuck?
rotate.
I should have moved to Seattle.
Fires your turret.
It's just like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
I watched the video of him delivering them all of those fucking Steam Decks.
it's like, hello, I'm Gabe Newell.
I'm Gabe Newell.
Every time I watch a video with Gabe Newell, I like his voice a lot.
Oh yeah, he doesn't sound anything like you think he'd sound like.
I do like, he's like, yeah, I answer my emails, and it's like true, because most of the people who get information from Valve was that Gabe Newell answer his emails.
Rap battles of history. Gabe Newell versus Al Gore. Begin.
Those two don't. How?
I'll let them figure it out.
Yes, I'm Gabe Newell.
I'm just the announcer.
That all you got?
Now call me in about 3 minutes and I'll say victory.
Think of Valve and Steam Deck. The what's it called? The tech demo they had for the Steam Deck is pretty good. Play on your PC right now. I'm very surprised they actually made it so you can play on your PC. So that's great.
Well, they don't want to limit it to
Yeah, true.
Steam Deck only
They
people.
definitely said like, yeah, we definitely not gonna make exclusives only for the Steam Decks, which is like, yeah,
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
which I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that would be a big mistake to do that.
It's also helpful because the Steam Deck screen itself is not the best.
It's fine, I think.
It's no OLED, but who cares?
But what is?
OLED.
I mean, if you're going to be playing this thing portably, you want it to be able to get really bright because people might have it like in sunlight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Switch OLED's a waste because why would you have an OLED with 40p or 480p, 540p, 360p games, which is most of the time on handheld.
It really does feel like we have all these components. Let's just fucking do something with them. You know?
Really,
Hype people over.
I really feel
And
like
I don't think resolution has anything to do with the color contrast.
Well, you know,
when the game
Which
looks
is,
like olive oil on my screen, I don't care about the color. I don't.
Yeah,
think
but that's some fucking bright olive oil.
I don't give a fuck how bright it is.
You see, the problem with
Nintendo.
well, no. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wonder if they'll support HDR.
Let's not
that
go
would
that
also be
far.
nice.
That's true. Well, I wouldn't use it. My TV is I don't use it.
No.
It has HDR, but I don't use it because I don't like the way it looks on this screen.
Hmm.
It makes the image overly dark,
Right.
and I haven't found a way to fix it.
What the TV say?
Hey, you might just need to mess with your settings more, yeah.
I checked the settings. There's not really much for me to mess with.
And you suck.
Oh,
Got a better TV.
one of those TVs.
What the fuck did I just? Oh,
Eventually, I want to get an OLED, like display, like a
An
living
OLED
room TV
TV.
OLED, but those are ridiculous.
Yeah.
oh, it's nice.
OLED
Mine has
TVs
one.
are pretty
I know
cool
they're nice.
looking.
That's not the problem, Nick.
I don't care about
The
you.
problem is money.
How are you gonna hack the
Oh,
computers
God.
down there when
He's
they've
a
got
big
no
boy.
power?
According to General Clawfoot, a mobile energy source is stored at the
Whoa,
end of this
God.
hallway.
Hallway is a pretty kind term for what looks to me like a complex medieval gauntlet of death.
Yes. Well, while the idea of jumping down a crypt filled with whirling, razor-sharp spikes might scare me, in fact terrorize my every fiber, it's the only way to power up that old computer in the re-education tower. Without that thing online, we'll never get at the Clockwork Eyes or free Carmelita.
You're a good man, Bentley. Just make sure those traps don't rip you into 100 little turtle pieces.
Why'd you have to say that?
Oh man. I miss this era where mascot platformer was still the standard. This was kind of the last generation where it was still really prevalent.
Yeah.
Then
Kinda
everyone realized, wait a minute, video games are opening up. More people, there's more normies now. We can attract them with other shit.
yeah, it's kind of coming back now. Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, now that it's nostalgic, yeah. It was a weird time, because developers were beginning to see that the industry was opening up, and that they could begin to target a more discreet audience. And by that, I mean we need buff, realistic grizzly men.
I mean, GTA 3 came out, so everyone wants to do that. So,
yeah.
Prepare to be hacked, you knave.
My soldier.
Oh God. Near
I'll
Automata.
get you, Contessa.
oh no.
Leaving Game
How many
Pass.
times must you say that? It's not going to happen.
Oh no, it's
I'm
leaving
dead
Game Pass.
serious. I'll get you.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
I mean it. I'll get you.
Yes, yes, so I've heard.
That's 1 down, 2 to go. I'd better not take any damage while carrying this battery
Whoa.
to the other terminals. It is, after all, filled with acid.
It's filled with
Okay,
acid.
ready for another session of hacking mastery.
No!
I need to get to these games at some point. Out of like the out of the 3, or I guess maybe 3 or 4,
Ready for another session
like
of
series
hacking
of like
mastery.
mascot platformers on the PS2, Sly Cooper's probably the one I'm the most interested in.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Very good. The very good games.
I do like games sometimes.
Don't shut up.
Oh God.
Maybe I should approach this.
Ross,
through
what
your
if you had to
ears,
go back in time and
instead
watch
of
the
your
Buffalo Battle of
unconscious mind?
1597?
It might help to get
Buffalo
around to
Battle? What the
super
fuck is
ego.
that?
Well, that's what you're gonna go back and find out.
Be scared.
Oh, they're just
One more
Buffalo.
computer and I can get out of here.
God damn it. I can't wait to get to the Jack games. But that's gonna be last because I have to deal with Jack 2 and I want to not deal with Jack 2.
Oh, you don't want to kill Praxis?
No, it's a bad game.
One more computer and I can get out of here.
Jack and Daxter is weird because you can,
Yeah.
because they started that series as one type of game, and then in the second one they just decided, fuck it, we're gonna do something completely different.
Because GTA 3 came out and they saw that, like, we want to do that.
One more
Yeah,
computer
GTA
and
3
I
like
can
changed
get out of
everything
here.
that era. Which is understandable. It was a good game, so.
Yeah, but like, not like you should change like the series that looks like a fun platformer series to that.
It should have just created something different.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like Jack 3 was fine, I will say that, but still it has some problems of 2.
Uncharted for PS2.
Doing it down now. Uncharted was less what GTA 3 was like, so I don't know.
Uncharted also did
Sucks.
change a lot of things, though.
Tom Holland.
No.
Is that
He wasn't
movie
born
out yet?
It's out.
It's out.
It's been out.
Right since middle of February.
Inspector
I
Fox,
hadn't
why
noticed.
fight it?
Mm.
Don't you want to be my friend?
And it does have much less
No,
Sully in it.
you horrible eight-legged cow.
They had it in the commercial and the trailer, so it.
Hopefully eventually that'll get added to a streaming service and
My
we'll do
work
it.
here is done.
Yeah, that's probably the only way I'd see it.
It's just whatever. It's not bad.
That's
It's
what I heard too. Yeah, it's just kind of fine.
it's just an action movie, but they have all the tropes from the games, and it's like it's an origin story, but
Mm-hmm.
Sony need a new movie.
It's time to
Need
wage
the new
war
big
on the
IP.
castle.
And they
in
have
the
Tom Holland
confusion,
and two
pull out
big
the heist
IPs.
I've named Operation
Tom
High
Holland won't
Road.
leave
Tom
Sony.
First, Murray will
He won't
take
leave
down the
Sony, you're right.
spotlights on the main gate with the codes provided by General Clawfoot. Then, with the help of the voice modulator, I'll order
He's like their
Neela's
big
forces to
moneymaker
attack.
now.
Sly will then paraglide the two of us over to the Contessa's getaway blimp, and we'll use it to get inside her re-education tower. The assault on the castle will undoubtedly draw the Shadow Guards off their post, and if we free Inspector Fox,
I hate
It's like all those
media.
times where he says he's done playing Spider-Man,
with
and
the
this one's like,
mine
no, you're not.
shoveler exposed,
I hate
I'll
media.
plant the bad mojo bomb
In
and
general.
presto,
Oh, he's just
the
like,
Clockwork Eyes
there's gonna
are
be some
ours.
point where I'm not gonna
So
play
if the two of
Spider-Man.
you are ready,
As my
let's
I
choice.
mean,
take our
no
positions
shit.
and get this thing started.
I don't want to play the character forever, but right when we finally got a good suit.
By the time he's done playing Spider-Man, he'll be old enough to be cast into the Uncle Ben role.
Uncle Ben.
Alright, now I get to get shot.
I mean, he gets shot a lot, so
The castle's main gate.
Doesn't
Yeah.
need to
Power
play
down
Uncle
those
Ben for
search
that.
lights. While you do that,
Hell,
I will climb all the
Uncharted.
way up to the top of the castle. Good luck.
Yeah, Nathan Drake.
Nathan
Nathan
Drake.
Drake. Nathan Drake gets shot like 50 times in every game.
We're almost done with this episode.
I hope that general guy told the truth, or this
Now we
is
got
gonna get
Murray.
ugly.
I think it's the final one.
The lights are down, Bentley. Time to
Then we
call
stop
in
the stream for the day.
cavalry. I'll see if
Wow.
I can find some extra firepower.
Then tomorrow we'll go to Canada. 'Cause I'm not gonna be there for Wednesday movie thing.
Oh,
Because I don't really care for
damn.
Marvel.
Wow.
Unless it's Spider-Man. Unless it's
Yeah, but it's
Spider-Man.
Captain America.
Now that you've done
I don't
the
You
care.
should-
feel like
You should
paragliding
invite
over
me
that
in
blimp?
even though I don't
Just
pay.
make sure to grab the rope
Pay
hanging
$1
off
and
that
that's
thing.
it.
I don't want to drown.
I don't have $1.
The-
He still doesn't have $1 to his name.
The animations in this game look very bizarre because they look nothing like the ones that were in Sly Cooper 1.
Oh
They're
yeah.
a lot more rigid and spastic. And it kind of works. It's just really weird. Such a shift.
All right, let's head for the re-education
Alright, let's
tower.
get inside. Oh, the Elgato is not blacking out. Elgato, I need you to stay alive more, please.
What?
The only reason why
I need you to stay alive more longer.
I need you to pass through my SD systems, please.
Don't worry, my dear. I still have time to finish with your readjustment.
Let me out of here and I'll readjust your face.
Okay, partner. Looks like the Shadow Guard is out of the picture.
How do you
Ready
not
to
see
play
him?
our violent
He's
little
right there.
princess?
Affirmative. That Iron Tech 250 is a fully integrated system. Access to Carmelita's restraints has to be in this old terminal somewhere.
Bentley, get me the Viagra. I love that terminal that has 3 frames of animation.
Don't worry about it.
This really is just Nier Automata.
Oh man, I wish the main character had a. No, I'm not.
Badass.
Well, you wish Sly Cooper had a fat ass.
No.
I mean, Murray already kind of does.
The Murray.
Oh yeah, I should test that on PS5. See if the streaming issues are fixed.
What?
The Nier Automata?
Yeah.
That should do it.
It was mostly just in the it was mostly just in the city area though.
It was mostly in the Matrix though.
Yeah. I also want to watch the Nier anime.
When it's a finished Automata, I'm gonna.
About to become the best of friends.
Okay,
Oh, good luck with that. That game has like
I mean all of them.
3 campaigns.
Oh, it's got way more than that.
I mean, if you want to get all 26 endings,
Come
yeah.
back here, you witch.
I do like how.
I'm only
I
missing.
got all the endings in Replicant, so I can do it in Automata.
Problems with the shock pistol.
I do like how every time there's a Souls game coming out, everyone has the same argument of, you should have a difficulty sliding. You shouldn't. It's just like, you can't, like, it's developers' wishes not to do that.
Bentley,
Yeah.
you okay?
The game is meant to be hard but
I
rewarding.
just don't understand why no one cares what developers want and they want players, like, give the developer their wishes.
It's safely in hand.
I don't think people think that intelligently about why games exist or
Yeah.
like what the purpose of them is.
No.
And, like, you can play a lot of other games that have a difficulty setting. Go play those instead. And give people who like this style of game, let them play that.
I'm going after Neela.
Yeah.
But the plan.
Ugh.
This wasn't in the plan.
I mean, like games nowadays, when companies publish these big games, they don't tend to only publish these ideas that are like enjoyable to pretty much almost anybody, or like it's very carefully created in such a way to have, and you know, options are good. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but then I don't know. I feel like there's too much of animosity when a game attempts to attract a specific target audience. And I mean, that's just what's happening here, is that people outside the target audience don't understand what the game is trying to achieve.
Because they fell for a hype culture. Like, the game looked really good, and it does look really good. But then you have to sit back and say, like, yeah, this is a Souls game still.
Yeah, it's still very much a Souls game.
That's why I don't like when like the Hyrule Warriors was coming out. I didn't get hyped because
I just feel I also well, okay, sorry, go on.
Like I like, you know, I like the Breath of the Wild style, and like I like to see more Breath of the Wild or like Zelda, but I know it's still it's still a Muso game, so I'm like, I'm not really hyped for this.
I feel like the way the public views video games has changed in like the last 15 to 20 years. And part of that's just because I guess media in general has opened up with the advent of internet technology. But you know, the way we looked at video games was just like, you know, you just bought a game, played whatever you got. Hopefully it wasn't too shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really should watch where you're going. This place is dangerous.
Yeah. Nowadays, the internet kind of just weeds out all the shitty games.
It's mine.
So the only people that get it are the people that are genuinely curious.
The eye belongs to
And then when they actually play, it's actually not bad of a game. It's still overhated.
Yeah.
Is it didn't fill their wishes?
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's
I have some good memory. I have some great memories playing some really shitty games.
I can do this.
Oh yeah. Like, I know a lot of people hate it. I still like DMC Devil May Cry.
Watch out.
You know.
Next time we all meet up, I'll bring my GameCube, and we should all bring the shittiest game we played on it.
That's just not
DMC, that game just bores me. Like I can't have fun with it because it just bores me.
I can have fun with it and I can laugh at it, you know, and I will say I unironically love the soundtrack of it, but that's also like a heavily subjective thing, you know.
Maybe I can laugh at the story because it's so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad, but like the gameplay, it's so like DMC Devil May Cry Light. It's like I can't really make fun of it or get like really immersed into it because it's not really deep.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, everyone can still laugh at Sonic 06 because that's still a thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it already.
No, yeah.
I feel like everyone
has played Sonic 06.
So everyone's played Sonic 06. It's become a low-hanging fruit at this point.
I mean,
06
yeah,
is
but
like
we say that
you
as
know
people.
you've run out of ideas for a Let's Play channel kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, we know what the game is, and everything that can be said about it has been said. There's not really anything left to say. I'm not saying people should feel bad for like seeing it. No, but
like if you know about it
we've
already,
seen it a lot.
Yeah, like no, like if you already know
and
about it.
at the end of the day, it's not that special. It's just kind of a not well programmed.
It's not
game.
a game, yeah. But like if you know about it already,
that's as much that can be be about it.
If you already know about it already, and like, yeah, this is bad, let's do it anyway. It's like, okay, like, don't force yourself to do that.
Not crazy, just
people need to let go of the idea that it's some kind of like industry-shattering failure of like dumpster fire of a release. I mean,
there's worse. I really think Sonic 06 is not that like the worst Sonic game.
To be fair though, it's also Sonic.
Yeah, like Secret Rings, in my opinion, is way worse.
Above morality.
That game, I rented that game. Well, I bought that game, and by which I mean I got it for my birthday as a kid. And I got so frustrated playing it that my parents just threw it out.
They didn't even try to give it back? Take it back?
No.
Wow.
I remember we were really bad about returning games to Blockbuster on time.
I think we kept the Obvious Light Jack 2, and it has the Blockbuster case.
Kids will never experience the horrors of renting a game from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's just GameFly. I never really cared for renting games because it's like I just like keep the game.
Yeah.
I want to play in 10 years.
I mean, that was before the era of demos. And even then, demos didn't really last. Like, they did a bunch in the early generation, and then after a while, they just kind of disappeared.
Ouch.
You would demo this. A lot of, if you subscribe to a magazine, you'd be
I meant like demos on like the PlayStation Network and 360 Marketplace.
Well, sometimes they do. Like nowadays we get like trials of shit now.
Yeah, but
a lot of demos.
But, I mean, those are mostly like publicity events.
Well, Square nowadays.
Like public betas.
I feel like Square nowadays do that as publicity stunts. Because you cannot convince me, like, oh yeah, they make a demo, but then like, oh yeah, you can play the demo and you can get your save file.
Yeah.
I mean, like things like just as recently as like the Wii Sports Resort like global test,
that's just a beta though. That's a network test.
I get that they gotta do network tests, but they don't have to let people play to do that. Like that's for publicity.
I mean, if it it's more of like how it is in your area. So we gotta release the
Mhm.
network test to see how it is in your area for multiple
Yeah.
people. It's not like, oh,
She
we're
got
doing
the
it for
eye?
publicity.
I think it is.
Got the eye.
No, it isn't.
Mm.
How's this
Nope.
thing work? What's this do?
I don't
And this?
think that you would need to do a public event like that to do those optimizations, to do those tests.
Yes, you do, because it's trying to see how the servers are in other places of the world. It's not just trying to show it for what Nintendo mostly focuses on their country most of the time, because that's why network's so fucking poor here with this stuff. But they're trying to test it for multiple regions of the world in every country. It's not like they're doing that as I can't say that word because I suck at speaking, but yeah.
Are we in a first-person tank?
Yes. And
the fuck?
And controls like a fucking tank.
Is that a guillotine?
Yes.
Wow. This game's badass.
Hold on, let me...
This is basically just Arkham Knight.
This is the only part of the game you can do it. And I'm not...
I'm just thinking of that one part where you're just trying to fight the fucking knight.
Oh yeah, then that'd
The
be
worst part of the game, yeah.
Yeah, you just suck at it.
How about, like, the 100% of the game should have been that. Should have been more. Death show fight. Need to be better. I hate everything. I definitely fucked this up. Oh, no.
Oh, man. I wish Rocksteady would come back.
They are.
I mean, they are, but it doesn't feel the same.
I mean,
It feels like Warner Brothers has a chain around their neck.
I mean, I feel like they pretty much said, but no, they're like, this is our last game.
This is our last game before we become corporate shells.
Last game for Batman, then we're gonna do out another new game.
Yeah.
That tank's almost out of commission.
No! About the tank controls.
I wish you could fall down the well.
Well, if you're not in the tank, you can.
Job failed.
What's this do?
Oh my god.
And this?
Guys, help! Carmelita took the eye, and she's trying to get away in one of the Contessa's tanks.
Don't worry about it, little buddy. I won't let her get away.
Shoot at her tank to incapacitate it. She won't be hard, and we'll
Oh my
get
god.
the eye.
How are you not locked on?
Keep on shelling her to stop that tank.
Appreciate how you can always see the moon in Elden Ring. It's pretty.
When the moon hits you, that's amore.
Yeah. That's a Mama Luigi.
That's a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I'll grab the
Oh
eye
yeah.
while Carmelita's
I like
still
how this
stuck in her
game has
tank,
subtitles,
then
but
turn
some
around to pick
places
up
don't have
Betty for a quick
subtitles.
exit.
Thanks, Sly 2 developers suck a punch.
Do what you
I
can,
died.
Sly. We'll all hook up at the rendezvous for extraction.
Oh, I died.
There's nowhere left to run. We both know I can beat you in a fight. So why don't you just hand over the eye?
You're right, Cooper.
Sucker Punch is gonna do a second Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
But
I would hope so.
Clockwork Eye, I can battle in your mind.
At this point, they got a new trilogy.
Do you think it will be a trilogy?
You know, in Sucker Punch, they always do a trilogy after a successful thing. Yes.
Trilogies are so hard to do nowadays. 3 individual projects the size of a PS4 or 5 game sounds like a nightmare.
It's, you know, they've already got pretty much, you know, their whole engine and shit made up. It's just a matter of improving on it.
I honestly feel like they did the director's cut really is like a test for that too. So.
Yeah, same with like Death Stranding director's cut. Yeah. Which is probably why some games that were announced like pretty early in the PS5's like early days are still not out, like Final Fantasy 15 and shit.
Yeah.
It's still being worked on for the new systems.
16, I can't wait. 16.
Strong mind, Cooper.
Please.
I never would have
Miles
guessed.
was definitely a big test.
Oh yeah. The
Um,
update, that game got an update like a few days ago. For some reason. I don't know why.
Bug fixes, most likely.
Yo, did you just beat up the Spider Queen?
Things
From
hadn't
Fantastic.
gone exactly to plan.
Oh.
From the Billy and
But the
Mandy
Contessa
special?
was beaten, and the Clockwork Eyes were finally mine. The Contessa was arrested and brought to trial for the crime she committed while working for Interpol. Their
Who's
PR
that
damage
somewhere?
control went one step further by promoting Neela, the hero of Prague, to the rank of captain. Carmelita,
I
still
do
on the
like
outs
Dog
with
Cop.
Interpol, had to run with the rest of us. To my surprise and eternal delight, I got to help my favorite policewoman escape from the cops. I tried to put it all out of my mind. This claw business was spiraling out of control, and I knew that my gang was at the center of it.
Oh, that
We'd
is
be back in
cool.
action soon
I should
enough,
put
but
that on
for
this
now,
sword.
well, we just laid low for a while.
Right. Well, that's it with that
Wait.
episode. Next episode will be in Canada.
The epic saga concludes.
I think we're almost done. We have 3 episodes to go.
Feels like a longer game.
Well, yeah, because sequel, so they took a lot more advantage of that.
True.
It's not, and then it's no longer Crash Bandicoot style game. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Heading off for the
Bye.
night. Shut up, Ross.
Bye.
Heading off for the night. So bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Get out.
Goodbye.